Guys, I just want to make a real quick video, about, like why I hate being tall, right? And why I don't like my current height right now, right? Do you know why I have to start mentioning about this video? Yeah, because being tall, or having this current height, is really pressuring me into like making video, and it's pressuring me to say that, oh, I want to be shorter, makes me look better and all that stuff. But yeah, once you're tall, because being tall really sucks, right? I know that I hate being tall. I always want to be at least like 1 or 2 inches shorter, right? Yeah, because this is kind of weird, right? This is why I make a video for you guys, because you might be interested and you might like find out the real reason, like what's pressuring me and why I hate being so tall, right? Yeah, because this is kind of weird to like to you guys, right? Because everybody just wants to be tall, right? I know that a lot more people are eager to be taller than there's some people who are eager to be shorter, right? Because people don't find a reason like why they should be shorter, right? They think that, oh, tall has like more privilege. Oh, they think they look better. They think they have like more advantage stuff. But yeah, sometimes being tall can have a disadvantage, right? In just a few more minutes, I'll mention like how tall I am, and what's the negativity of being tall and what's the negativity of being short, and yet each of them has disadvantage and has advantage, right? So you just wondering like why I'm recording straight from my phone, right? Yeah, because once in a while, you just have to give, some device a break, right? I'm trying to give my GoPro a break because it's been recording a lot, so now I have to start using my phone and iPad, and second of all, I'm too lazy to use a GoPro, right? Because I just have to like straight edit the videos, which I'm too lazy, right? This is just me talking to you guys, about something that I really hate, and it's been bothering me like it's now gonna bother me for the rest of my life, and I'm regret this, like how tall I am right now. Like I just have to regret this, right? Yeah. So anyway, so why I hate being tall, right? And you want to know my current height, right? I think because if you've been following along my channel, you probably know how tall I am already, right? And how much I, weight as well, right? Because the thing is that when you get taller, you weight a little bit more, right? Which I kind of hate, because I hate being, having a heavy person, right? But however, when you're taller, then you just have more bones and muscle. You have to support them, so that's why it adds more weight, right? But many people just hit the dislike button or like button, but people will probably hit dislike on this video, because they're saying that, oh, you don't make any sense, man. Like, oh, just because you're taller, that doesn't mean you weight less or you weight the same, right? Of course you weigh more. I mean, common sense, right? I mean, a small object never weighs as much as a big object, right? Because if a big object weighs much small object, then something's wrong, and the big object tends to look way skinnier than it is, right? Yeah, just why I hate just being tall, right? So you want to find out the real reason why, and what height do I always claim to be shorter, and what's my actual height is, right? So you want to compare like what height I always like actually claim and what my actual height is. So we want to compare the two difference, right? They're not the same, but I'll get into that moment. So anyway, so there's a couple reasons like why I hated being so tall, right? You've been asking me like, Vince, like why you hate being tall? Okay, first of all, I don't deserve being tall, right? And I don't do well, overall my life, right? I keep sucking every year and all that stuff, but yeah, tall has nothing to do with your performance stuff, right? Just because, you're doing horrible in life, that doesn't mean, you're gonna be short, right? Yes, because obviously when you don't do well in life, then you're not gonna earn as much privilege as you expected, right? And when you earn too much privilege and when you get too much respect, by not doing much of your performance in life, then sometimes that could be, unfair, and that could sound like overrated, right? Yeah, I mean, I just kind of hate that, right? You have to understand that life is unfair, right? And there's something you dislike or you like, right? Yeah, sometimes like sometimes you earn a lot of credit, you work hard, and you expect to earn a lot of privilege, but you don't earn a lot, and it's here on there, like that's just what it is, right? Because I didn't do well in life, that's why I always want to make myself shorter just to punish myself, right? I'm just being silly, right? Me, yeah, because people will hit dislike button because I'm just being a silly person and all stuff, and just being ridiculous. There's no way a bone can shrink, right? It can only expand or possibly break, right? If the bone gets too weak from osteoporosis, right? Yeah, I don't find it like real people don't find a really valid reason like why I want to be short, right? And second of all, I know why I want to be short. I think that's the second reason because I want to weight less, right? Yeah, so I heard that the shorter you are, the weight you can, the less weight you can, right? I know that people just want to have, like really healthy weight and want to be really light, so that way, they can do like, because being light has a lot of advantage, right? I can name you like one advantage of being light. You could possibly, run faster, like you can probably like hang on longer, and I cannot think of any other advantage. But yeah, being skinny, being like really thin with like hardly any fat, I know that it's advantage for a lot of athletes, right? But then when you play some sport, like football or wrestling, sometimes it does require a little more weight and muscle, right? Or if you want to be a bodybuilder, then you gotta be really have heavy big muscle, right? That's just what it is. Then you probably will ask to be big and tall, right? Sometimes when you play basketball or do swimming and stuff, then you probably want to be tall because you have the advantage, you have more advantage and more strength, so that way you can be your opponent easier, right? Yeah, but I don't do like none of that. I only do like running and all stuff, right? I heard that the lighter you are, the faster you run. That's how I think logically, but I don't think it works that way. Right, when you run faster, you just have to get like a lot of training. You just have to get lots of practice. You just have to get trained properly and do your practice. Just do step by step. And listen. What the coach say, or do whatever you can. Yeah, sometimes being light does help you like shave off second stuff. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of skinny people who likes to run, right? Yeah, because technically they run like really long distance. I'm talking about like maybe half a marathon or maybe the entire marathon, right? Because marathon is 26.2 miles, right? I keep wanting to be thin because I just want to run like marathon stuff. I think I'm practicing, right? Even though I don't seem to practice much, but I just run only like 1 to 5 miles, right? Even I want to be fast for a short distance. Sometimes losing pound doesn't make a difference, right? But if you lose too much weight, then you're just depleting muscle, then it could, harm you and you may get a little bit slower, right? Yeah, so sometimes, just being a few inch short, sometimes you can avoid like being like 30 or 40 pounds heavier, right? Because I heard that some people say that for every inch you grow, you gain like maybe 5 to 10 pounds, right? Some ridiculous say that sometimes you grow 1 inch, you gain 10 pounds, or or some people say that you grow 1 inch, you gain 5, 6, 7 pounds, right? That's why 1 inch makes a difference, right? Even just growing half an inch, you have to gain pound. Yeah, I get it. Why? Like I already explained in my older video, like why BMI, or just growing just a little bit, just have to add like at least 3 to 4 pounds because you're just growing cubic, right? I mean, think of this, man. If you put the exponent of 3, think of this, man. If you like double the cube size, then you know that you have to get 8 times heavier, because if you don't get 8 times heavier, then your body's not gonna get support as much as if you were half of your size, right? Talk about your length, height, and width, length, width, height, expand by double. So that's why it like times it all it multiply up, it became like 8 times heavier, right? Yeah, I get that. So you wonder like how tall that I currently claim, right? You want to know my actual height because for you new people who are new to my channel, you want to ask me like how tall am I actually is, right? How tall are you? Okay, just don't put that in the comment section because I already told you. I'm 5'10" and a half in the morning, right? And don't forget you're taller in the morning than your evening. If you hate being tall, you can just claim to be 1 inch shorter. That's okay with me. Or half an inch short, that's okay. Okay, I'm not gonna argue about it, and I really don't care how tall you guys are, right? But if you claim to be an inch tall and stuff, but that's fine too. I don't really care. Okay, the height is something that I should not be worrying about. I should worry about something like more important and all stuff. Just waste time, making video stuff. But I just try and make this channel interesting. That's why I have to talk about this, right? Yeah. So if I'm 5'10" and a half in the morning, then obviously in the evening I'm gonna shrink a little bit and became 5'10", right? Yes, man. Yes. So the height that I usually claim is that I usually keep saying that I'm 5'9", right? I'm 5'9", 5'9", and nobody believes me that I'm 5'9". Obviously, because they look the way it's stand, the way the body structure is. Like if you see me in real life, you're gonna say like, no way you're 5'9". I say I'm 5'9" tall, but you're not 5'9". You're not 5'10", or you're not even 6 feet. But one time, a few years ago, I even claimed to be 6 feet tall, right? Which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, 6 feet with like shoes on, right? Yeah, because shoes. Yeah, don't forget that if you're measuring with shoes on, you have to subtract 1 inch. If that was your current height, right? So yeah, many people forget that they're 1 inch taller because they wear a shoe, right? I did not wear a shoe, and I'm 5'10" and a half, without a shoe. And if by wearing shoe, like I'm probably like very close to 6 feet. I'm like maybe 5'11" and a half or 5'11", 3/4. So this is one thing I hate when it comes to height. I hate it when people say that I'm 5'11". Like it really bugs me. Like I hate being 5'11". Like it's been like bothering me like all the time. It's been like making me real mad. Like I just wanna like destroy myself and stuff. But I won't do any of that. Of course I won't go and hurt myself. Of course I'm not gonna go and get a surgery, remove my bones. Try and make myself shorter to avoid the high 5'11". I just tell you like why I hate being tall. Why I want to avoid this height. 5'11", right? But I know that I'm not exactly 5'11" too, so why does people keep calling me 5'11"? Duh, you're 5'10" and a half, so you just round it up, 0.5 into like a whole inch, right? If people just don't want to, just don't want to talk about, fraction of an inch, like, oh, you're like 5'10.4", 5'10.3", or 5'10.75", or 8, or whatever it is, man. They just, just round up the inch, just make it a whole and call yourself, a whole inch taller, right? Or a little bit taller. Because, yes, I know that half an inch tall or quarter inch is it's not even that noticeable, right? Nobody cares and nobody even, like, tells if you claim yourself to be, like, maybe just a little bit taller, like a little bit more than half an inch or half an inch taller, right? Even an inch is not noticeable, right? If you grow more than an inch, then that's probably noticeable. Probably people will tell, like, oh, will probably notice your height doesn't change, right? That's what it is. But I know that I'm not gonna be 5'11" forever, right? I know that when I get old, I will eventually shrink a little bit, right? Depending on how I take care of my body stuff. It's just pretty ridiculous that I keep claiming to be like 2 or 3 inches shorter than my actual height is. Sometimes I even claim myself to be, 5'8", or thinking I should want to be like maybe 5'7". I want to be even way shorter. Sometimes I want to be under, like, I want to be like 5 feet tall. Yeah, like, no. Let me take that back. 5 feet's way too short for me. If I wish I was shorter, maybe I would want to stick maybe with 5'9" or 5'8". That would be a perfect height for me, but I'm just a little too big and tall, like 5'10" and a half, right? I'm just like 2 or 3 inches taller than that I wanted to be, or at least 1 inch taller. But I can't change my height, man. I just have to wait till I get old, and then the bone gets depleted and stuff. It just depends on how you take care of your body. Whether you grow a lot or you shrink a lot, right? And I remember what I said. I remember a couple years ago, no, not a couple years, 7 years ago when I was a freshman in high school. I keep saying that I was 5'6.5" or maybe 5'6" while I was, 5'9", back then, right? Yeah, starting around middle school, man, I'm really getting obsessed with height and I keep wanting to claim to be shorter, right? Sometimes, there's a tag, where I mark my height. Sometimes move all the way to the bottom of the, or even drop it to the floor. That's how obsessed of height I want to be shorter. I want to be shorter, right? You know, it's just the stupidity of me, man. When I was young, I keep wanting to be tall, right? So technically it's my fault, I made myself tall in the first place by just eating and drinking a lot, of healthy food. If I hate being tall, I should have just stopped growing at middle school, right? That was just a perfect opportunity of how for me to avoid, being, over 5'10", right? That was a perfect opportunity. Because I just didn't know that my body, I didn't think that my body's gonna grow this little, like 2 3 inch after middle school, high school, mainly because of my genetic or just know how my body is, right? So that's another reason why I hate being 5'11", because it stinking sucks that I'm under 6 feet, right? Yeah, sometimes I feel like I want to be tall, right? But then I hate being tall for the majority of the time, right? I mean, most people, if they were me, if they were 5'11", they would complain themselves like, oh, I hate being 5'11". I just want to be a little bit taller, like 6 feet, right? A lot of people, who are 5'11" or 5'10", they just pray themselves to be 6 feet. They know that they're just a little, like, they're like this much away from 6 feet, like an inch or two or 1.5 or whatever. Like, I really know that it really upset them, right? But for me, I know that I hate being under 5 foot. I hate having height, between 5'10" and 6 feet, right? I know it sucks because I'm just stuck between there, right? I just want to be, either 5'10", 6 feet. But yeah, I know 6 feet is a little too tall for me, right? I know that being 5'11" has a really bad curse on me. I just know that this height has a curse on me. And ever since I was young, a few years, ever since middle school, I always predict myself to be under 6 feet. And if that's true, I say that I really hate myself. I really have a bad life and all that stuff. But it came out to be true, and I am 1 inch under 6 feet, or 1.5 inch to be exact, right? God, I freaking hate it, man. And I wish I can go and get surgery and cut my bone off to make myself shorter, right? Well, I would want to do that. It would just cost so much money and just hurt myself, right? Just sometimes, when you hate your height, you just have to, to live with it for the rest of your life. And you're not going to be the same, even if once you get older, then it'll start changing a bit, right? You start shrinking, starting when you're late 30s, late 40s, right? You know that there's a solution of like how to stop growing, right? Even though you're eating healthy, right? You can, take like supplement or or drug or medication that can like harden your growth plate, right? You can stop growing at any time you want, right? But then just don't regret that if you want to be tall later on, then if you stop your growth, then it's gonna be your fault, right? You just have to like kind of make a decision. Like, I just can't explain all this video because it's getting too long and all stuff, but you need to learn how to make decisions for yourself, right? I cannot explain all to you because there's just many possible solutions, right? Yeah, I should have stopped growing, when I was like 13, 14 years old, because I remember when I was 13, 14, I claimed to be 5'6", like I said, and I was actually 5'9", right? Yeah, if I stopped growing back then there's no way I'm gonna be 5'11", or I could have, diet myself, what I'm doing right now, right? You ask me like, what's the weight difference between 5'9", 5'11"? I don't know, man, but if you're growing like 2 3 inches, you have to gain like, I say maybe minimum 10 pounds, 12, 15. 20 at most, right? Because you're just growing, muscle and all stuff. I'm growing muscle on my leg too, so that's why it makes me heavier, right? Let me tell you my current height and weight, okay? Let me repeat again. 5'10" and a half, weighing 156 pounds, right? And people call me skinny. I just say that one of my family members call me skinny, and I really hate that, right? Say that, yeah, when I search online, like 5'11", weighing around 155 pounds doesn't seem skinny, right? You wonder why, because obviously I must have heavy bones and must, grow like, no, it's just that maybe my body frame's heavier, my bones heavier, and I have a lot of muscle like stored on my leg, not on my upper body, right? Yeah, you could be skinny, even though you weigh a lot. It's just maybe because you maybe have like just more muscles, storing somewhere else that you don't even know, or you either have, heavy bones, right? Or you just have, large body frame, right? Who knows, man? It's just what God made you, right? I keep saying that, oh, if I was 5'9", I can be like under 150 pounds, right? Yeah, that seems to be true, right? Just being a little short can sometimes make you light, right? And I know that when you lie, you run faster. I thought that, oh, being tall makes me run slower, right? Because when I see big people, they tend not to be fast, they tend to be slow, right? Now, 5'11" seems to be like maybe a little over average or average, right? Yeah, because sometimes, average male could be 6 feet, right? So 5'11", shouldn't be a big problem, right? For most of you, general people who watch this, right? But for me, it's a gigantic problem. I hate being 5'11". I want to be 5'9". But it sucks that I'm not 5'9" or 5'10". But I only get to 5'10" in the evening, and people still call me 5'11" for no goddamn reason, right? Yeah, sorry I cuss, man, but man, I have to spend over 20 minutes on this video, man, on just this stupidity, right? Another stupidity that I need to get over with, right? If you hate being tall and stuff, but just don't like think about it. You just have to get over with. I know that sometimes, being underweight or being skinny or being tall, sometimes it's unhealthy stuff, but I'm very healthy, right? I don't get sick that often, right? I mean, sometimes I do because I don't take care of myself, but I know that my heart rate's not going up, I don't have diabetes, I don't have any health issue, I don't have like rare condition. I'm just totally fine, okay? And also, when you see me, man, please, I strongly encourage you, don't talk about my weight, don't talk about my height, don't talk about my body frame. Very important you watch the end of the video, because sometimes you miss an important thing I say, right? Whatever you say, man, but just don't talk about it, okay? I'm really upset about it. Please. It's really hurting my brain and stuff. But you just have to understand that, so that's it. I have to end this video up here, and I better go sleep, because I better tired, and I better, still recover from my jet lag. From a trip, right? The worst jet lag ever. Okay, man. End this video here. Bye-bye.